All right. I did a post about 3 hours ago about Donald Trump getting spanked by a federal judge today in Washington, D.C. We have more information about that hearing now, and she posted her written order, so I have that. So I'm going to do a follow-up post on this situation. D.C. District Judge Beryl Howell just absolutely shredded Donald Trump's executive order targeting the law firm Perkins Coie. I was calling it Perkins Coie. Somebody corrected me on that. Because Donald Trump doesn't like some of the legal work that they've done in the past. They've represented Hillary Clinton. They've represented George Soros. They represented Fusion GPS, which facilitated the Steele dossier, referencing the PP tape and things like that. And one of their former associates is a guy named Mark Elias, who went on to form his own firm, and he beat Rudy Giuliani in court 60 out of 61 times following the 2020 election. So Donald Trump targeted this specific firm for those reasons. And an attorney for the DOJ tried to tell Judge Beryl Howell today that this was a matter of national security, and she's like, no. So she issued a temporary restraining order against the bulk of that executive order. There was a 2-hour-long hearing today. We've got a lot more reporting on that. And she just absolutely shredded this attorney from the Justice Department. She said this was retaliatory animus on the part of Donald Trump, that it was a personal vendetta. It was not national security. This order violated this firm's First, Fifth, and Sixth Amendment rights under the Constitution. The executive order itself is unconstitutional. And she shot it down. And it's important to note that temporary restraining orders are generally not appealable, but I'm sure the DOJ will try to appeal it anyway. But Judge Beryl Howell is definitely not obeying in advance. If you like this shirt, you can find it at hawkmerchstore.com. The judge found that Trump targeted this law firm because he doesn't like them. He doesn't like what they stand for. He doesn't like work that they've done in the past. That doesn't make it a national security issue. Period. At one point in the hearing, Judge Howell asked if they had gotten any notice, the attorney representing Perkins Coie. And they were like, no, we didn't get any notice of this at all. We didn't get any due process. We didn't get any notice. We weren't served with this. And interestingly, I'm just going to read a bit from an article, a really good article that I found on this. Throughout the hearing, the judge appeared most incredulous at some of the responses given by a guy named Chad Mizell, Attorney General Pam Bondi's chief of staff. He's the husband of U.S. District Judge Catherine Mizell, who was appointed by Donald Trump. Chad Mizell previously worked for Jared Kushner's investment firm during the Biden administration before beginning he helped Pam Bondi in the transition. Mizell has made clear his position in the Justice Department will include attacking the legal system. So his appearance defending an executive order attacking a law firm is not altogether surprising. Last month, Mizell filed a judicial misconduct complaint against another federal judge for actions that judge took in a hearing in which Mizell was not even participating. He wasn't even there. At one point, the judge told Mizell that she found the government's argument that Trump could do this to a firm to be chilling. Mizell responded that this sort of action is within the president's sole authority because the executive order involves matters of national security. So they can just label shit national security and they're saying that Trump can do whatever he wants as long as he does that first. And she questioned this attorney, Mr. Mizell, whose first name is Chad. She's like, well, Donald Trump targeted this law firm, Perkins Coie. They are represented here by a law firm named Williams and Connolly. Can Donald Trump target Williams and Connolly because they're representing Perkins and Coie? And he's like, yeah. And the judge basically was like, you're insane. You are insane. And issued a temporary restraining order against this executive order. Donald Trump lost 3 major things today in courts. I did a TikTok earlier about how Judge Tanya Chutkan ordered Elon Musk to respond to discovery, to produce documents and records, and to answer questions under penalty of perjury. Then there was this case, the executive order targeting a law firm. And the third one is that a judge appears likely to grant a request to reinstate thousands of fired probationary workers. So Fat Nixon Pervert Hoover was 0 for 3 today in federal courts in Washington, D.C. Please stay tuned for more.